the WNBA right now, but I think that will change as the league continues to grow.
Now here's Bird. Clock at 6. It's good, and she makes her first shot of the game.
What sets Bird and other superstars apart, anybody can make an open shot. It's the difficult baskets she makes, the laser focus on the hoop.
Here's Plum. Beyond the arc. And Clark pulls it down.
Even without that 3-ball dropping for her, the defense should have done way more on that last play.
Yeah, I mean, the D's got to be better as a coach. You can't stand seeing her having that much space to get her shot off.
Now here's Young. Cambage, covered by Lloyd. A nice shot by Cambage.
Coming into the league as a great passer, Young has that radar on her, knowing where everyone is on the court.
And they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
Clark outside. Stewart. Shoots over Wilson. Excellent D there from Liz Cambage. Here's Young. That falls. Great assist by Kayla McBride.
They're off and running. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Bird outside. Stewart up top. On the wing, Jewel Lloyd. Clark outside. Pass to Howard. Bird outside. Jacks up a 3. Drops in the tray.
Top 3 all-time in threes made. Bird has an easy shot. She doesn't need lots of space either. Well, I love basketball debates, especially when it comes to the GOATs. One thing that isn't up for debate, Sue Bird is the best point guard in WNBA history. No one has done it better or longer at the 1. She thought she had a clear path to the hoop, but great work by the D to cut her off.
Out of bounds, it'll be Ace's ball.
That is an unforced error if I've ever seen one, guys. Just not an ideal pass.
The Aces with the lead. Here's Plum. And she lays it straight in. Sue Bird is the example for any young point guard. No one has played more minutes in WNBA history.
And Blake, beyond the numbers, beyond the skills, what a leader she is. Playing point for championship teams in college, international competitions, Europe. She's won multiple WNBA titles. I mean, she is a true captain.
Now here is Stewart. Shoots over Plum. Outside Canada. Stewart. Here's Howard. Liz Cambage with the rebound.
Great defense right there to prevent one of the best finishers in the league from converting in close.
Pass to McBride. Cambage. Here's Colson. Stolen by Clark. And a 3-on-3 fast break. Back to Canada. Takes the 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
That type of D, it's just not going to cut it. They got to get a hand in her face. Too good of a shooter.
Here's Colson, guarded by Canada. Outside Plum. Pass to Colson. And here's Cambage. Over Howard. Off the left rim and out.
The D did a good job of clogging the middle once she got inside.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Storm will get the ball here.
She had no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important because probably would have been a quick 2 points if she doesn't knock it out of bounds. So I love that effort level.
They now take the lead.
Talk about falling asleep on defense. I don't know how you can give a shooter like her that much space from beyond the arc.
Now here's Hamby. Outside Young. Pass to Colson. Outside Rogers. Just 5 on the clock. Russell pulls it in. Seattle leading. 3 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Mosqueda Lewis. Rogers defending. The shot by Mosqueda Lewis, no good. Sugar Rogers into the lane. Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw line. And it's going to be on Sammy Whitcomb, and she makes the first.
Sugar Rogers taking 2 shots.
And so she's able to get 1 of 2.
Well, they should be in front right now, but she'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty.
And out of bounds, the Aces will take it.
Where was she going with that pass? I have no clue. That's awful. That's just giving it away.
On the wing, Tamara Young. With 1 on the clock. Got it off in time, but it's no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Aces ahead, up by 2. Quarter number 2 comes. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter going. And guys, what's your take on the Aces so far?
Defense paying dividends for them through 1.
Coach has to be happy about their effort on that, and just a lot of hustle.
Canada with it. Hamby covering. Pass to Whitcomb. Mosqueda Lewis. Elbow shot. It's rebounded by Young.
It's very dangerous to leave her open like that. Lucky break for the D that she missed it.
Okay, let's take a look here tonight at Asia Wilson. Now, she was the first overall pick for the Aces back in 2018. And, you know, she was actually the first pick ever for this franchise's iteration in Las Vegas.
6 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity. Russell misses.
Nice work there to contest the finish inside.
Yeah, they got the shot they wanted, but her defense laid waste to those plans.
And for Wilson, the 2018 Rookie of the Year, she is clearly the future of this team.
And you know, Blake, she's not the tallest center in the league. Wilson's only 6'4", but she is as smooth as it gets in the post on both ends of the floor. Great footwork and a fantastic sense of the game.
With some arc, and Rogers lays it in.
You know what she wanted to do all along? The teardrop.
So both teams changing it up here. We're now around a minute and a half into the second quarter. Bird left side. From deep, buries the long-range jumper. Las Vegas trailing. Pass to Hamby. Young. We're now around 2 minutes into this second quarter. Now here's Swords. That's in, coming off an assist from Jackie Young. Now here's Bird. 8 points for her. The 15-footer. Pass to Mosqueda Lewis. Langhorn. And she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her. It's on to Erica Hamby. And the first one at the line is good.
Sue Bird of the Storm, pretty much a living icon for the team. She spent her entire career with them since being drafted all the way back in 2002, and she really epitomizes everything this franchise values.
Bucket is good.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. Easy bucket in the paint.
The interior defense at that end has been lifeless, to say the least.
It's stolen by Jackie Young. And now the Aces on the break. And it's blocked by Brianna Stewart.
She doesn't just score. Stewart uses that 7'1" wingspan on D, too.
Finally, she gets one to fall. She's now 1 of 5 with her first make. And Sue Bird, a legend in the game in so many ways.
Yeah, three-time champion, countless all-star appearances. I know she's on the back end of her career right now, but still a face of the league. She has meant so much to the Seattle Storm over the years.
Shot clock at 6. Back to Cambage. Shoots over Bird. Cambage, no good.
That's exactly how to play her. She's a player the D needs to be aware of at all times. It seems like they couldn't get anything to fall in the opening quarter, but things finally are starting to look up.
Yeah, things are starting to look up indeed, Tim. You nailed it. I mean, they're starting to really make amends for their slow start.
And we love it, because guess what? We love offense.
Yeah, I love offense.
And just a huge hole in the defense, and she didn't waste any time going through it.
And guys, when you look ahead, who do you think will be considered the best player in the WNBA 5 years from now?
Finally, a good question from you, Blake. I'll go with Breanna Stewart. I know she tore her Achilles, but she's never averaged less than 18 points per game in a WNBA season and became the league MVP in just her 3rd year. I expect her to get healthy, get fully recovered, and dominate the league for years to come.
Solid choice, Tim, but I'm going to say Asia Wilson. Now, she's got an advanced skill set for her age, and if she develops a consistent three-point shot, she is going to be unguardable. And look, we're talking about somebody who averaged over 20 points per game as a rookie.
Here's Bird. They get it again. Down low. Stewart. And she uses the glass on the layup.
She's coming to life after a slow start in the first quarter.
Outside Plum. Rejected by Natasha Howard.
Amongst the best shot blockers in the WNBA, Howard's length is real trouble for opponents.
Pass to Stewart. Breanna Stewart draws the double. They're tussling for it, and it looks like a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
And here are the aces now. And here's Young. Right side Plum. Pass to McBride. Shoots over Bird. And Sue Bird with the swat. Clark with it. Cambage is there. There's Jewel Lloyd with the 3. It's rebounded by Liz Cambage. Now here's McBride. Defense is right there.
Well, some might call McBride her team's vocal and emotional leader, as she really knows how to fire up her squad, and her teammates really have no problem rallying behind her.
Both teams will make substitutions. And she makes both free throws.
Selected 3rd overall in the 2014 WNBA draft, McBride's stats and all-star selections pretty much justify where she was picked.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Plum. Colson, Whitcomb defending. Parked down low that time and got hit with the 3-second call. Stewart with the ball. 1 second left. She knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together, and they may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the lock. And the first half comes to an end. Start of the 3rd quarter here after a closely contested first half. We've seen Breanna Stewart really having a great game.
The defensive effort and intensity that she's brought to this game has been fantastic, really firing up her teammates.
She's been patrolling the court blocking shot after shot out there and really has made a statement with their defensive play.
Now Young. Out to the right wing. Outside Plum. McBride right side. Young. Shot clock at 5. Here's Cambage. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Seattle leading. Stewart up top. She's guarded by Plum. Stewart inside. Good for another field goal. Number 5 on the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
A shot like that is in Stewart's comfort zone. And that's just a result of her determination and really more so her confidence.
Here's Plum. And the layup falls.
So talented. She can make plays like that in her sleep, guys.
And the Aces, they're a team that isn't looking to stretch the floor. They do most of their work in the mid-range and around the rim area, and they'll rarely take more than a handful of threes each game.
Pass to Cambage. Over Lloyd. Cambage with the bucket. Now a timeout called by Seattle. And for the Aces, when you look at their personnel, the inside approach makes sense.
Well, they have good side on this roster. They know it works. We're last in the league in 2018 by a large margin in terms of three-pointers attempted. They play at a high pace and just try to get shots closer to the iron.
Now here's Bird. Rogers defending. From deep. She can't get that one to fall. And Las Vegas the other way now. Tries again. And she lays it up and in. It's a tie ball game.
The got caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance points.
They need more effort than that on the boards. That can't happen.
Absolutely.
Puts it up from 17. Bird gets the bucket.
It's the forgotten part of the floor, the in-between area. But Bird still knocks them down from here, catches opponents off guard.
To the inside. Pass to Rogers. Outside Plum. Drains the 19-footer.
From this distance, it's almost a layup for Plum. She is great from the mid-range.
Bird right side. Over Rogers. And too long on the shot. And it's the Aces with the ball. Here's Plum. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Outside Howard. Lets it fly. The shot's good. Alicia Clark making the play.
Set her up and she'll drain. Howard is a player who has added a good J, and it just keeps on getting better.
Out to the left wing. It's stolen by Howard.
Kick it out.
Alicia Clark on the wing. Looking for her first basket still in this one.
Well, not many players get to experience the thrill of winning a title, but Howard has twice. Now, one as a role player, one as a key cog, and really, she was the perfect puzzle piece to her championship squad.
With the size advantage as big as it was right there, that's exactly what she should do in that situation. Take it strong to the middle.
To the left side wing. Here's Stewart. Gets that one to fall. That's her 6th field goal, and she has shot the ball 12 times. After winning it all, I think the perspective Howard gained is what will help her the most.
Yeah, once you reach the top of the mountain, you start to understand what it takes. Important not to get complacent, which Howard has stayed far away from. Sometimes experience really is the best teacher.
Timeout called the Aces. We've seen Breanna Stewart really having a great game.
She's been taking it to the rack all game long. If they don't find a way to slow her down, it's going to be a long night.
Here's Colson. Pass to Rogers. 6 to shoot. Now Hamby. And she banks in the layup.
And that bucket adds to what's been a big differential in points in the paint between these two squads.
Yeah, they're really attacking the middle offensively. It's been quite the contrast.
Low block shot. Back to Whitcomb. Canada. Over Rogers. Outside Whitcomb. The three hits the three-point bomb.
Well, the D sagged off, and no hesitation on her part to rise up and bury the three.
Here's Colson. Quiet so far offensively, searching for her first points of the game. Now here's Young. Defense right on her. And so it looks like the Aces will retain possession here. And the Aces making a change here.
Liz engaged. Jackie Young.
5 to shoot. Off the inbound. Colson with the bucket.
Those defenders look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're just getting pushed around on the low block. Maybe coach has got to make a substitution or something to energize his team.
Well, they better rally soon. They've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Here's Mosqueda Lewis. And it's off from three-point range.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Lucky she was off.
I just hope that was a mistake by the D, because if that's how they plan to guard her, they're going to have serious problems.
Hamby misses.
That's a surprise. Out of character for her to miss those when the D's not right in her face.
Canada with the bucket. Here's Colson. Jordan Canada with the steal. Got it up. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Storm out in front, up 3. And we're coming back right. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This definitely deserves the prize. She read the defense like a point guard and put that pass right on the money.
That's just some real versatility coming from her. Not something that the majority of them possess.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Now here's Young, covered by Lloyd. That's tipped. Inside, it's tipped and stolen by Tamara Young. Cambage, knocked away. Outside Young, 6 on the shot clock. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
This is the range she's comfortable with. Young is really at her best shooting from just about 15, maybe 18 feet out.
Pass to Longhorn. Back to Canada. The first one falls. And that one falls, so she hits both of them. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Kayla McBride draws the double. Young. Outside Young. Pass to McBride. 5 on the clock. To the middle. Here's Cambage. Goes back up. Tries yet again. And it's good on the layup.
So active on the O boards. When she comes down with one, Cambage loves to go right back up at the rim. It's like she's on a trampoline.
Outside Canada. Rejected by Jackie Young. Now here's Young. Tight defense on her. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good, and she'll go to the line.
Well, she didn't go to a powerhouse in college, but through hard work and desire, Tamara Young has carved out a long WNBA career.
And that one's good, Stewart.
Yeah, she's one of the main reasons this game is tied up, and I would say she's done her part to keep them in it.
McBride outside. Pass to Young. Wilson, defended by Stewart. Back to Young. Here's McBride. For three. The Aces with another miss.
Well, with a clear look at the basket, she doesn't really miss a lot of those.
And it's Stewart missing. Now the Aces with it. Now here's Young, guarded by Bird. Back to McBride. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Tamara Young.
Every year, McBride works on improving additional aspects of her game, so it's really no surprise to see her well-rounded offensive game include such a sweet floater.
And it's Lloyd missing.
Well, after fighting back into it, had a chance there to tie it up.
But they've come this far. They're not going away now, trust me. Oh, man, there's really been a change in her game compared to what we saw in the first half because she's just scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Now a timeout called by Seattle.
Coach thought the players were looking a little tired and called the timeout to give them a chance to catch their breath.
And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Liz Cambage. Seattle trailing here. And Sue Bird, here we go. And they pick up two.
Well, she's played in more games than anybody in WNBA history. Sue Bird is used to these moments. She's seen more than anybody ever.
Here's Young. Natasha Howard with the block. And the basket by Lloyd.
Huge bucket. Remember, Lloyd is someone who has played a national championship game. In WNBA Finals at such a young age, she's seen this moment. She's prepared for this moment.
It's good.
Not surprised to see Wilson score the big-time bucket. She has an assortment of moves to throw at defenders.
Outside Lloyd. Left side, Stewart. Shoots over Wilson. And it's Seattle scoring again.
Look, a big part of being a dominant scorer is coming through with big buckets for your team. Stewart simply thrives under pressure.
And the ball out of play, the Storm will have it.
Oh, that could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford to do is turn it over.
Bird outside. Kelsey Plum with a steal. He's got a clear path. Here's Young. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Kelsey Plum.
Pivotal bucket from Young, played in so many huge college games, winning a national championship, was ready for the bright lights of the WNBA. Well, this is why you need good defenders inside contesting shots.
Yeah, making every shot a tough shot, even in tight.
Well, the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs there.
Something you struggled with in your career, Tim, but definitely saved the layup with that foul. She's going to have to earn them at the line.
And the second of two is good. And that makes it a three-point lead.
For her position, Cambage actually hits free throws at a pretty high rate. She's worked hard to expand her game.
And again, it's the Storm missing. Right side Plum. Pass to Wilson. Storm with the rebound. Now here's Bird. Here's Howard. Guarded by Young. From 13. And it falls! And that shot brings them within just one.
Major bucket from Howard. She is great in the clutch. Remember, she won back-to-back WNBA titles with different teams.
Outside Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Sue Bird with the swat. Outside Stewart. It's stolen by Jackie Young. And that's an intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and, just hope for some misses.
Yep, they have to extend the game and use every last second on that clock.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a three-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the three to tie.
Now a timeout called by Seattle. What's your take, guys?
They got two options. Take the three to tie it, or get a quick two, then foul.
And if it opens up for them inside, the quick two wouldn't be a bad call, but the foul has to come immediately after that.
It has to come immediately. You cannot waste a second.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
No other option, though. They did a good job getting it in her hands and making sure she was the one who'd go to the line.
A three-pointer here would be big.
A chance to tie it up with the game on the line.
Back to Stewart. Here's Clark. Oh, couldn't make the shot to force overtime. So it's the Aces taking the W in a close game. That was a fun night of basketball and a fabulous finish as they waited until the very last moment to finally seal it.
And so many times